Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, it's that time again. It's time for another update. This is going to be everything I picked up in the month of February. Yeah, sorry this is a little late. The last week has just been crazy. I've been so busy with a lot of things. Finishing up the final stages of the 2002 podcast, trying to rewatch everything. So that consumed a lot of time and just life stuff. I've been super busy, so sorry this update's so late, but better late than never, right? Anyways, let's get right into this. We'll start out with the DVDs, of course. And yeah, first up, we got one here. This was a recommendation from my boy Zach, Movie Guy 666, and man, so awesome. You know, it's a Dark Sky Films release. I like collecting their release and stuff. I didn't know anything about this one. All I knew is that it was from the 70s, and I had to see it or to grab it, and it's called The Killing Kind. So once again, Zach, thanks for recommending me this one, because this one turned out to be really awesome. I really enjoyed this film. Really strange film about a guy and his weird mother. You know, he basically gets out of jail after an incident that happened when he was younger, and then when he gets back, some people start getting picked off one by one and things. Very interesting, cool film, and I highly recommend this. Film The Killing Kind. Very cool stuff. Next up here from Severin. Now this movie right here is just, oh my god, so sleazy. So sleazy. I couldn't stress that enough. And it's called In the Folds of the Flesh. Wow, this is a really sleazy giallo. Absolutely love this film. Really great stuff. That's all I'm going to say about this one. If you get your hands on this one, definitely pick it up. If you like your giallos, sleazy flicks, check out this. Fucking awesome. Brand new release here. One that I've been very curious about, actually. It's called Extraordinary Tales. And this is like an animated anthology film. And it's got like Christopher Lee, Bela Lugosi, Julian Sands, Roger Corman, Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, so I'm curious to check this out. I really like animated stuff, and you know, anything animated I always find is really cool. So I'm really curious to check this out. If anyone out there has seen this, leave a comment down below. I will be watching that one soon, though. Next up here is when I first saw this film around, I was like, man, I have to check this out, man, because I'm a really big Henry Rollins fan. I think he's awesome, and he does such a great job in this film. Like, he really does kill the role. And it's called He Never Died. Really interesting film about an immortal cannibal who basically goes out on the revenge tip because his daughter gets kidnapped. It's kind of like a Cain and Abel story in a way. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought this was fantastic, actually. Really good film. But Henry Rollins, man, like, some of the comedy in this film, it's kind of very subtle, but the way Henry Rollins delivers his lines in this film are just priceless, man. He does such a good job. Really awesome stuff. Next up is a documentary I've seen before. Finally got around to picking it up. Got it for $5, and it's called Room 237. I was going to say 233. I don't know why. Should know that. It's like one of my favorite films. Now, this documentary is absolutely hilarious. If you've never seen this before, some of the conspiracy theories based on the film are just outrageous. They're so far out there. I love the landing on the moon one, the native ones, and there's just so many good ones, but yeah, if you've never seen this documentary, it's awesome. Just kind of watch it and take it for what it is. It can't be taken serious at all. It's just ridiculous. Next couple releases here I grabbed are from Shameless Entertainment. Absolutely love Shameless Entertainment. I think they're just fantastic. And this one right here is called The Strange Vice of Miss Ward, also known as Next. And I believe Blade of the Ripper, I think, is another alternate title for it. Also, pretty cool. Cool giallo from Sergio Martino. Yeah, good film. And next up here is, man, this one right here I'd never actually seen before. For years I wanted to grab that Shriek Show edition, but it was always like out of print, and it went for like just too much money. I got this one for like way cheaper. And again from Shameless, and it's called My Dear Killer. Now, the first kill in this film is absolutely hilarious. So funny, man. I'm not even going to give it away, but you just have to see it for yourself. It's just, I was floored. I was laughing so hard at it. It was just hilarious. Yeah, good stuff, though. Check out My Dear Killer. Absolutely love that film. Next up here from Arrow is, I think Code Red just put out a Blu-ray for this, which I could really give two shits about, because I bet you this DVD looks better anyways. And that is the Night Child. One that's been on my wish list forever to grab. I finally got around to grabbing it. I got this for $5. Brand new, sealed. So that was a good deal. Plus the shipping, so I paid like $8 for it. So can't really complain about that. Still haven't watched it yet though. Still need to check it out. Again from Arrow is another Takashi Miike film, and that's Deadly Outlaw Reka. This is a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this film. I thought it was pretty cool. You know, Takashi Miike, you know what you're going to get yourself into with his films. Like a Yakuza film. Kind of, I guess. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's an Yakuza film. Fuck, it's been a while. I watched this one when I first... It was one of the first films I got from this update, so it's been a while. But yeah, cool film from Arrow. Another Takashi Miike film, and this one is called The Way to Fight, from Tokyo Shock here. Of course, I haven't seen this one. It's still sealed. But yeah, my Takashi Miike collection is getting rather huge. So got that one for really cheap also. Did a review for this film right here from Unearthed Films, and it's called Bone Sickness. I couldn't believe the mixed reactions I got on this review. A lot of people were like, oh, fuck, another shitty movie that you're reviewing. To each his own. I mean, really, the movie's not, like, you know, good as in quality, but it's fucking fun as hell, man. The last hour of this film is so worth checking out. It's just a non-stop gory bloodbath. Ridiculous, over the top, just nastiness. Yeah, really good stuff, man. If you like really heavy splatter films and shit like that, Bone Sickness, way to go. Really fun film. Next up is Mr. Parker's first film, Dave Parker. I had a lot of fun with this. I reviewed this on the podcast a few months back, I believe. Slime Little Bastards. Yeah, he was kind enough to get it signed up by everyone involved with the film. Most people involved with the film. Anthology film, 3 shorts. I think Dustin Mills kills this film, man. I think he does such a great job with his acting. He's like actually a really good actor. It's crazy. Brendan Skolkelly does a great job. Of course, Aaron Ryan's in this, and list goes on. Keith Voigt Jr. But really cool stuff. I love the effects in this. I even asked Dave, too, after I was watching, I was like, use Jello as effects in here. He's like, oh yeah, tons of Jello. But you can totally see it's pretty awesome, so. But yeah, Slime Little Bastards. Check it out, man. I think you can get that one on Amazon, I believe. Yeah, you can get it on Amazon, so. Next up here is a brand new film that I did a review for on Mini Shots, so you can check that out on horrorphilia.com and also on the 22 Shots at moodsandhorror.com. My webpage. Yeah, so check out that little Mini Shots episode, a couple hours, but I did a solo review of this movie called Hangman. Now, if you don't know what the premise is on this film, it's actually quite scary. It's basically, it's like a different type of home invasion film. It's about this couple that returns from their trip, and someone has broken into their house, but the thing is they haven't left. They've actually kind of they've made their way up into the attic, and that's where they're hiding out, and that's where they live. And he set up cameras all around the whole house, and he's watching their every move, and he starts to fuck with them and things like that. So, kind of a different type of film. Very scary. It's got some really intense, creepy moments in it and stuff. I thought it was pretty good. Check it out. I just did a review for this one yesterday, actually. This one comes out March 8th, which is Tuesday, and from Anchor Bay. It's called American Descent. Another found footage film, but yeah, I thought it actually had a pretty cool premise. Check out the full-length review. Like I said, I just did it yesterday. But yeah, cool. American Descent. Another film I did a full-length review for from Anchor Bay also, and it's called A Place in Hell. This one is based on a real-life serial killer. Can't remember the guy's name now. Of course, I did another full-length review for it, so you can check that out. But yeah, not really the greatest. Non-horror film in here. One that I finally got my hands on. Very stoked to have this because I've never actually seen the director's cut of Revenge. Kevin Costner, not my favorite actor in the world, but Tony Scott film. Yeah, cool stuff. I remember really digging that film, so I'm looking forward to checking out that cut. Got one here from Midnight Releasing. And I will have a review up for this in a couple days, so be on the lookout for that one. And that's Excess Flesh. Excess Flesh. All I can say is nasty. Nasty motherfucking film right here. Ew. It's gross. Another one from Midnight here. and it is called Cut Her Out. I also did a full-length review for this on my channel, so you can check that out too. Pretty cool film. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. I thought there was some really good moments in this one. Another one here for Midnight that I also did another full-length review for, and that's Conspiracy Encounters. This one actually surprised the shit out of me. I wasn't really expecting to like it as much as I did, and I probably liked it a little more than I probably should have. But it's kind of a cool film. You know, it's, you know, of course, Conspiracy Encounters. You know what? Just check out the full-length review. I explained the whole thing, so kind of a different film. Found a steelbook of The Grudge 2 down in my buddy's shop. He gave me this thing for like $2. Yeah, I just didn't own any of the remakes, so now I have part 2. I need 1 and 3. Yeah, I just want them for the collection, but I do want to check them out because I've never seen the sequels. I've never seen 2 and 3, and I don't even really care for the first one, to be honest, but I will rewatch it, so yeah. I love Ju-On. It's a good film. The original. This one right here I don't know anything about, but I did like the premise that I read on the back. And it's called 4 Stories of St. Julian. I believe this is it's kind of like a confined horror film, thriller type deal about a group of people that are stuck on an elevator. And yeah, and then they have to figure out a way to get out of there kind of deal. It says, in the spirit of Hitchcock's Rope and Lifeboat. Yeah, I doubt it's as good as those films, but of course contained and, you know, in that spirit. But yeah, looking forward to checking that one out. Got it for a couple bucks. These next few are all 2002 films. I had picked up cheap because I just was watching everything from 2002 for the show. This one right here is the sequel to John Carpenter's Vampires, and it's called Vampires Los Minutos. This one right here is starring Bon Jovi. And I have to say, man, he's actually not the worst actor in the world. He actually does a pretty good job. And this film itself isn't like the worst thing I've ever seen either. I still wouldn't recommend it to people, but it's definitely not like, you know, the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. But it has some pretty interesting ideas, but pretty low budget. Actually, no, this one isn't from 2002. This one right here is from... Oh, no, this is from 2002. This is... Yeah. And that is Ed Gein. No, I believe this movie actually came out in 2000, I want to say. I think it did, yeah. But if you've never seen this Ed Gein story, this biopic starring Steve Railsback, do yourself a favor and check it out, man. This thing is awesome. Really, really good film, man. I thought Steve Railsback kills it as Ed Gein does a really great job. You can find this movie for a couple bucks, but yeah, check it out. Matter of fact, all these films that have these covers, like the Ted Bundy one, the Dahmer one, the Gacy. I still haven't seen the Gacy one, but the Ted Bundy film's really good. The Dahmer one's really good, and this Ed Gein, I think, is my favorite one. Good stuff, man. Really good stuff. I like how this one plays on the fact of his mother and stuff, how his mom kind of oppressed him a little bit, and he has like a lot of visions of his mom and things like that. And they kind of, you know, almost in a way, almost kind of blame the mom for a lot of his troubles later on in life and stuff. But I think they did a good job with this. But Steve Railsback, man, whew, fucking kills the role, man. Does a really good job. Next up here is another 2002 film called Long Time Dead. This one right here I thought was actually not too bad. I hadn't really heard any good things about it. And it's basically about a group of people. I think they're at a rave, and of course they start to fuck with a Ouija board, because that's what you do at raves apparently. And so they conjure up some type of devil or some type of demon, and they start getting picked off one by one. So it's actually not a bad film. I thought there was a couple sequences in this that were actually pretty good. And also, there's some pretty good cinematography in this. I thought it was shot pretty well too, so. But yeah, low budget. Next up is a slasher film, also starring Steve Railsback, and it's called Slash. I did a review for this on Body Bags, actually, so you want to know more about this one, definitely give this that review a viewing. Yeah, one thing about 2002, the films from that year were super fucking long. Every film was like over 100 minutes. It's just so crazy. Slasher film, over 100 minutes. That's, you know, it's pretty average in my opinion, but it's got some decent moments. And last up for the DVDs, and I managed to do this in like under 15 minutes. That's pretty damn good. Is Signs. I never had a copy of Signs, of course, again from 2002. Still, I can't get into this movie, man. I find this movie uber depressing and super boring, to be honest. I find all the characters, I mean, I understand why everyone's depressed, but it's just depressing right from the start of the film to the end. And I find it pretty boring. I don't really think the suspense is overly that great in this film. Some people tend to disagree with me, but I don't know. There's just something about this movie I just can't do. I just can't do. I don't think it's a shitty movie. It's just not for me, so. But yeah, that is going to do it for the DVDs, and I'll be right back with the Blu-rays. So stick around. Yeah.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack.
Alrighty, yeah, getting into the blue rizzles. Alrighty, so let's just get right into this as we're ripping through this update. Yeah, this one right here is from Legless Corpse, and limited to 100. I got number 17, and it is called The Orange Man. Now, I still haven't gotten around to watching this. I've been wanting to watch this ever since I got it, and I just haven't checked it out yet, which is such a shame, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. All hand numbered. I don't know if you can see that, probably not, but The Orange Man looks pretty damn cool about a killer that uses oranges. It's pretty fucking wild. Yeah, The Orange Man. Next up, brand new film called Freaks in Nature from 2016. Heard good things about this one, just haven't checked it out yet. I just have not been in the mood to check out a horror comedy, considering last year had so many horror comedies in it, and I was just kind of burnt out on them. So when I get in the mood for something that apparently is going to make me laugh, I will give that one a shot. Got Martyrs remake. Still haven't brought myself to watch this, considering I think the original Martyrs film is a bona fide classic. It's just absolutely amazing, perfect film. So, yeah, I just don't know about that one right there. Very happy to get this, and yeah, I can't believe the addition of this movie, guys. Insane. But Zombie 3, Zombie Flesh Eaters Part 2, however you want to call it. There's the alternate cover right there. Zombie Flesh Eaters Part 2. Nice slipcover from 88 Films. Now, they did a great job with this release. The transfer on this is fucking fantastic. It looks really, really good. Really good. Yeah, I was just blown away by this. I love the art card that's in here, too. It comes with this little art card. It looks fantastic. It's got this one in here, too. And the cool thing about this, of course, it does come with reversible cover. You've got that one right there. But it comes with the documentary Para, which is really cool because I've been wanting that documentary for a long time. You can buy it separately, but it was always going for like kind of ridiculous money. So yeah, I was happy to see that as a bonus. And the funny thing is, I didn't even know it came with it until I got it. So that was just like total bonus. But yeah, Zombie 3, love this movie. Like I said, the transfer is just looks really, really good. Next up here from Arrow is Pray for Death with I'll butcher the shit out of this guy's name, man. With Sho Kusagi. I'm not even gonna say that. Love this movie, man. Watched it about a week ago. I've seen this movie before. Couldn't really remember it, but I love the theme song in this, man. It just makes the movie for it, but. Really good stuff, man. If you like your ninja flicks, man, oh, so awesome. This is the reversible cover art. So this is the cover that you'll see if you go to buy it. You'll see that one right there. Yeah. Can't wait for the other one to come out. I can't remember the title right now. I've seen that movie too. Pray for Death, and what the hell's the other one? Can't remember. But, got that one coming. From all the films, I got Beat Street. Fucking awesome. So happy to see this on Blu-ray. It's so crazy. I've had the DVD for years and years. Always been a big fan of this. I did a full-length review. It's actually like the very first like non-horror film full-length review I think I've ever done on my channel. And yeah, check it out, man. I go into grave detail on this one. yeah, pretty good transfer. Probably the best it'll ever going to look, but it's just such a shame that this thing doesn't have any special features, man. All of they're a decent company. They put out pretty cool titles, but man, the lack of features, man, just fucking, ugh, it's terrible. Another non-horror film here, and that is Spectre, new Bond film. I like this movie. You know, out of the Daniel Craig films, this is definitely my third favorite out of the four. You know, yeah, I don't know. It was pretty good. I didn't think there was that much action in this film. I didn't really care for the ending that much either. But you know, it's still a pretty decent film. I did like how this thing tied in the other films, you know, to this one right here, with the storyline and stuff. I thought that was really well done. I thought the story was fantastic in this. Just not a lot of action in my opinion. But yeah, still pretty decent watch. Next up here, we got, getting to the Scream Factories. We got a double feature of Millennium and Rotar. I've never seen either one of these films, so I'm like super stoked to check these out. I've seen clips of these and they look super cheesy, especially Rotar, man. Looks super cheesy, so looking forward to checking that out. But I heard it's like both films are really terrible. Then we got Bound to Vengeance. Finally picked this up. Now I'm just missing one Scream Factory, and that's just the Larry Fedison collection. It's the only one I don't have because it goes for like stupid money up here. Yeah, Bound to Vengeance, not really a big fan of this, as you probably know if you listen to the podcast. Me and JP had a pretty big debate on this one, and he liked it. I don't really care for it too much. And I'm a big fan of revenge films, but I don't know, that one just didn't really do it for me. Contracted 2, again, not really the biggest fan of this one either. Watch this one. I really like Contracted. I don't think this was like a really great sequel, but it was okay though. It wasn't terrible, so glad to have them anyways. But this is an awesome double feature of The Curse and The Curse 2. Both films are just fantastic. I love Will Wheaton in The Curse, man. Right, Zach? Will Wheaton's awesome. But yeah, I love The Curse 2 because it's really just a sequel in name only. It's like about a killer snake and shit like that, or it's just killer snakes. It's just so bizarre. But yeah, great transfers. Actually, yeah, The Curse looks great. Looks really, really good. Another double feature here, which is kind of a weird one to be honest, and that is Of the House Where Evil Dwells and Ghost Warrior. I guess it kind of makes sense, you know, being, you know, ghostlies and you know, the funny thing is I haven't seen Ghost Warrior all of it. I only watched like the first 20 minutes of it. Got sidebarred and never finished it. So The House Where Evil Dwells, I haven't checked out the transfer, but I have seen it before. I own the DVD of it. So it's a good film. Looking forward to checking out the transfer. And I was really surprised on this release that it had reversible cover art. That surprised me for a double feature. I think that's pretty cool. I did reverse it because I'm like a reversing maniac. I always have to reverse shit. So, but yeah, pretty cool. Another one here from Scream Factory, and that's The Serpent and the Rainbow. Love this film. Rest in peace to Wesley Craven. This is a good film. Still haven't checked out the transfer on this. I haven't really watched many of these Scream Factories, to be honest, because I just haven't had the fucking time to check out these. Been too busy, but now that I have time, I'm leaving in a couple days for like 2 weeks to Cancun, so I'm not really going to be checking out too much. But Serpent and the Rainbow, awesome film. Oh man. This one right here, right from when the time Scream Factory announced this one, I was like very weary about this one. And it's called Zombie Fight Club. I did a full review on the podcast on this one. This movie is really bizarre. It's like two films in one, kind of. Pretty shitty though. It's just, ugh, yeah. I didn't really care for it. Next up here from actually last up from Scream Factory is the Vincent Price Volume 3 collection. I remember when this first got announced, everyone was like, damn, man, that's pretty weak, man. There's only 5 films on here. There's 2 different cuts of Scream the Banshee. The other films on here, An Evening with Edgar Allan Poe, Diary of a Madman, Tower of London, and Master of the World. The only one I've never seen on here is Master of the World. An Evening with Edgar Allan Poe I really like because it's like Vincent Price reading Edgar Allan Poe stories and kind of acting them out and stuff. I think it's just so different. You never see anything like that. And really only Vincent Price could be the one to do something like that too. It just kind of makes sense. Cry the Banshee's really good. I only watched the one cut. Tower of London's pretty cool. Diary of a Madman's really awesome. I have heard that Master of the World isn't that great, but it's not even really a horror film, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, still glad to have that. And yeah, so that was the start of the box sets. Moving along with the box sets, we got one here from Panic House, which is, for the people out there that don't know, it's like a sub-label of Synapse Films. And this one right here is called the Pinky Violence Collection. You know, the interesting thing about this collection is that these movies that are in here are all from like different series. It's kind of strange how they did it. Yeah, so you got Delinquent Girls Boss, Worthless to Confess Girl Boss Gorilla, Terrifying Girls High School, which is Lynch Law Classroom, and Criminal Woman Killing Melody. So, yeah, really, really strange. This box set's really fucking strange, too. I kind of reversed this one. Like this part right here, it used to open up the other way. It used to be taped like there, and this it used to come out like that, and I was like, nah, I hated it. So I took it off, and I just retaped it to do that, because, I don't know. It's just such a strangely structured box set. It also comes with a, like a karaoke disc in the middle, too, which is, you know, kind of fitting that it's, you know, a Japanese box set and it's got karaoke. But yeah, really cool. Fucking glad to have this. Got a really good price on it too, like really good, considering it's been out of print for a long time. And the last one's up here, coming up here from Arrow Video. First up is the American Horror Project. Yeah, this is just like a really nice box set, man. Really, really nice stuff. We got Carnival, Masalada's Carnival of Blood, which I did watch. This is a reversible art on it. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was weird and strange and just another kind of gem from the 70s, you know. It's just, it's really, really short. 74 minutes this one ran. Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of this. I thought it was fantastic, but good stuff. I haven't watched the other two, the transfers, but I've seen this movie before, The Witch Who Came from the Sea. I have the DVD, and I was very happy to see that this actually had like the full, not the edited cover. On the DVD, the severed head is not there for whatever reasons. I don't know why, but on here it is. So I enjoyed that film. I think it's pretty cool. And the one I've never seen before is The Premonition, which I've heard is the worst one in this box set. But, you know, whatever. I'm going to check it out. I really like that cover art. I think that's fucking badass. And yeah, another great box set by Arrow. Of course, you got your booklet right there. Good stuff. Then we got the Deep Red Special Edition, which is just fantastic. Really, really fantastic. Everyone has opened this one up, so I'm not going to open it up. But yeah, really good stuff, man. You can't go wrong with this, man. 3-disc edition, limited. Oh, just quality stuff. And last up from Arrow is the Battles Without Honor and Humanity box set. Now, I haven't been able to dig into these at all. Look at this box set. It's just ridiculous, man. So crazy. But for the people out there that haven't seen what's going on in here, you got, what's this? Kinji Fukusuku? Battles Without Honor and Humanity. Fuck, I'm so bad with these names, man. I'm always butchering the shit out of them. These are, yeah, that's the Arrow art on there. I haven't switched them. I don't really care for them, to be honest. Hiroshima Deathmatch. Pretty fucking cool. Now, I've heard these movies are really good. Proxy War. Then we got Police Tactics. Looks pretty damn cool. And then we've got Final Episode, which is pretty cool. And then this one right here is the Complete Saga. And I'm not 100% sure how this works. It was just kind of things are edited together. It says Alsaville. I don't really know. I'll look into this more. I'm not really too sure exactly what that's about. And then, of course, Arrow just has to outdo themselves all the time with their box sets. You get this nice hardcover book with, like, it's like a fucking 200-page book with, like, all this shit in there. It's just, like, ridiculous stuff. Oh, they're always killing it, man. And speaking of Arrow, man, I'm still waiting for my Hellraiser box set and my Mutilator Blu-ray. They shipped 4 and 5 weeks ago, and I still have not got either of them. I don't know what the hell's going on with the post, but everything has been so fucked up in the post office lately. Like, I'm not getting shit. Like, everything's been taking, like, even Amazon shipping, like, the 2 days, I'm getting, like, a week later, and I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm kind of getting worried about these Arrow sets right now, because that's taking, like, excessively a long time, man. So, but that is going to do it for the update. I've already got a few things for my next month's update, which like I bought this week and actually got this week, so they'll be the next month's, and hopefully I'll have those box set, or the Mutilator and the Hellraiser set in there too. If I don't, then there's a major problem. So but anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the update. This is probably the shortest update I've had in a long time, and I wanted to keep it short because I'm just so used to having like 50-minute updates, which are just ridiculous. So anyways, guys, I'll check you at the end of the month in another update. Peace out, homies.